Nestled 7,500 feet up at the edge of the Rocky Mountains in Estes Park, Colorado, the Stanley Hotel stands as an imposing historic monument, its grandiose white structure dominating the landscape. But beyond its breathtaking beauty, the hotel is steeped in eerie legends, paranormal activity, and a fascinating history that intertwines with the supernatural. A grand beginning. The Stanley Hotel was the brainchild of Freeland Oscar Stanley, a wealthy entrepreneur who, in 1903, built the hotel as a luxury resort for the wealthy. Stanley, known for co-founding the Stanley Motor Carriage Company, makers of the famed Stanley Steamer car, built the hotel to take advantage of the region's pristine natural beauty and its health benefits, particularly for those suffering from tuberculosis. The hotel opened its doors in 1909, a striking vision of Edwardian grandeur, complete with luxurious rooms, elaborate furnishings, and an atmosphere of opulence. The Stanley Hotel quickly became a popular retreat for the wealthy elite, who arrived to bask in the fresh mountain air. But little did they know that the hotel's success would only be the beginning of a long and mysterious legacy, the inspiration for Stephen King's The Shining. Perhaps the most famous aspect of the Stanley Hotel's history is its connection to Stephen King's legendary horror novel, The Shining. In 1974, King and his wife Tabitha stayed at the Stanley, which at the time was winding down for the season. They were the only guests in the hotel, and King has since said that it was the eerie emptiness of the hotel and the vast, imposing structure that inspired his chilling vision of the Overlook Hotel, the setting of The Shining. It was the haunting atmosphere of the Stanley, combined with its grand isolation and unsettling feeling, that helped fuel King's imagination. He famously dreamt of his young son running through the empty halls of the hotel, only to be pursued by a malevolent force. That dream would eventually evolve into the story of The Shining, making the Stanley Hotel a part of horror lore for years to come. The hotel's connection to the book, and the subsequent 1980 film adaptation, has cemented its reputation as a hotspot for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. A haunted legacy. Over the years, the Stanley Hotel has earned a reputation for its supernatural happenings. Visitors and staff alike have reported strange occurrences, from eerie whispers in the halls to the sound of piano music playing when no one is around. The hotel's history, combined with its atmospheric setting, creates an undeniable sense of mystery. One of the most famous ghosts said to haunt the hotel is that of Flora Stanley, the wife of Freeland Stanley. Flora was a talented musician who loved to play the piano, and it's believed that her spirit still lingers in the hotel's concert hall. Guests have reported hearing the sound of a piano playing, often late at night when no one is around. Some have even claimed to have seen a ghostly figure sitting at the piano, playing a tune that seems to echo through the halls. Another prominent apparition is that of the hotel's original bellman, who is said to appear on occasion in the lobby. Dressed in period-appropriate attire, he's often seen standing silently at the front desk, watching guests with a knowing gaze. When approached, the bellman is said to vanish into thin air, leaving only a chill in the air. But it's not just the spirits of former hotel staff that seem to linger. One of the most frequently reported hauntings involves the Room 217 legend. Room 217 is one of the most famous rooms in the hotel, due to its connection with the ghost of a former housekeeper named Elizabeth Wilson. In 1911, Wilson was injured in an accident when a gas explosion occurred while she was preparing a guest's room. Though she survived the blast, she is said to have died in the room several years later. Many guests have reported strange occurrences in Room 217. Furniture being rearranged, lights flickering, and the distinct smell of lavender filling the air are some of the paranormal activity. Some even claim to have encountered the ghost of Wilson herself, tending to the room with quiet determination. The Atlantic Paranormal Society caught amazing evidence during 2 episodes of Ghost Hunters, and Ghost Adventures had its fair share of encounters. Staff and guests report everything from apparitions of children to objects moving by themselves. The most notable supernatural entity, however, is the mischievous spirit of a young boy named Billy, who is said to roam the hallways, often seen playing with an old-fashioned ball. Guests have reported hearing the sound of the ball bouncing through empty corridors, followed by the faint giggle of a child. Modern-day hauntings and investigations. The Stanley Hotel continues to be a major tourist destination, especially for those intrigued by its supernatural lore. The hotel offers guided ghost tours for visitors, where they can learn more about the haunted history and even attempt to communicate with the spirits that are said to still roam the property. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more haunting tales.